Greetings. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Can you hear me okay? Jack, Tom? All good? Yes, you can. It's a very exciting image as well. I'm trying to think of the best 40k kind of like reference I could put up the reflection of my monitor. Maybe just a massive like Aquila. But yeah, I love the Imperium. So Jack, what are you thinking of the new guard? Are you loving the new guard, Jack? Or are you a bit put out with all the nice new models? Yeah, they do kind of look pretty fantastic, must admit. Well, that's the thing at the moment, isn't it? It's that I suppose everyone has had that problem so far. Chaos Space Marines, Orcs. What other factions have brand new basic core troops? It's going to be a bit tough, but I think Guard could probably get away with it, to be honest, as Orcs do as well, where you can separate them a little bit. That's how I'm thinking about it anyway. Yeah, Tom, I bet you're glad to get rid of your old stuff. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Deathcore will come out with a full release as well. And Tom, I don't think you've seen my lovely lights. I don't know if I sent you the picture of the lights yet. Right, let's see if I can turn it a bit more. Get all of them in. Unfortunately, like the adhesive pads you get in them aren't great, so I'm half expecting them to fall down. One went earlier. So yeah, I'm expecting them just like doosh. I need to super glue them in really. But there you go. Let's give a little bit. Yeah, I really like the heavy weapons, Jack. Even if I wasn't to get any of the new Cadian infantry, I think I would probably get a little force of artillery. I think that'd be quite a nice little attachment to add in of the new models. Hopefully my voice will keep going throughout the stream. Apologies. Hello and welcome, people. Welcome to the chat. So obviously Tom's not here. Tom's in the chat tonight. Not his face isn't here because he's not feeling too great. But tonight I thought we'd talk Guard because Guard are the new big thing at the moment. Everyone loves Guard and talk some hobby. So Jack and Tom and anyone else, what hobby are we working on tonight? Once again, do apologise for the strange noises that may come out of my face. Tom's doing some editing. Very nice. Space Dwarves? Ah, no. How are the models of the Space Dwarves? Are they good? Are they the new ones? I'm guessing the new ones, Jack. I'm guessing you haven't gone eBay and paid a fortune for the old ones. People on eBay are like, at last I can make my money's worth. I knew they would return. Hello, Vanguard. It goes not too bad, thank you. I said apologies for any noises that come out of my face. Suffering for a bit of a cold at the moment. So yeah. Except for that, good, thank you. I'm doing some hobby tonight. Tom is a bit under the weather, so he's in chat, but he's not on camera. That is really good, Jack. I mean, I do like the aesthetics of them. I just don't know if I could do them myself, to be honest. Yeah, guys, remember, put some thumbs up as well. I quite like the look of the new Kill Team stuff that's coming out, which is Necrons and Guard. And of course, all that new funky terrain, which is very nice. Hello, Gavin. Welcome. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping with the new terrain that's coming out that you can really get some nice Zone Mortalis kind of stuff going on. I just feel that would be pretty nice. However, before that comes out, I think they really need to address the Chaos Terminator situation. Because otherwise, yeah, it'd be a bit mental. Squad of Chaos Terminators just can't be killed, just walking through the Space Hulk. Vanguard, I just want some Plastic Steel Legion, my favourite Guard regiment by far. Yeah, Steel Legion are absolutely awesome. A couple of times I've almost picked them up on eBay, the metal ones, because I just love the idea of the old school Chimeras and the Steel Legion, because they're so cool. The Lord's pretty cool. Space Wars, a lot more grim, dark than people are making out. Basically, evil, mega cool. You killed him. Looks pretty cool too. Yeah, yeah. Like I say, I love the models, Jack. I think the models are really nice. Most of them, anyway. There's a couple of them, but I'd have to see in person. I call that the Helldrake syndrome, where it looks pretty terrible, and you see it in person, you're like, that's pretty cool. I don't know that much about the lore. I know a little bit, and yeah, they look quite cool. More Guard kits. What made me try them again? Yeah, of course you will, Tom. You'll come back after you sold them all. You'll come back. So, what hobby are people doing? Maybe. I think you could, with a bit of work, I think you can turn the Krieg into Steel Legion. Steel Legion, like just looking at the las guns, you kind of look at the las guns and you realise that they're all carbine las guns, aren't they? Rather than full stock rifles, because I think the Death Corps are all kind of bayonets and proper long rifles. So I think that's the main difference between the two. The helmets, coats, yeah, coats work well. But yeah, I think there's a few differences there. I suppose. Talent with great addition. Yeah, Talon. Yes, another cool regiment. Yeah, I had a squad of them. So when I first really got into 40k, I was World of Fantasy originally, and I had Chaos Army, as you do. I also had my Guard, but my Guard were kind of a mismatch, kind of. I have a squad of the Metal Cadians. I remember that squad of Metal Valhallans, Mordians. So they were really kind of all over the place. And then the plastic Catachan came out, and I had a got a few boxes of them, so it was very all over the place. But that was God back in the day. And I think that's kind of what they're going back to now by the sound of it, the rules they're putting in, that you can just squish them all together and have the same regiment tactic for everyone. Canoptic Ropes and a Chronomancer. Nice. Have you used a Chronomancer before, Vanguard, or have you been using it for a while and now just getting some paint on it? I am working on some Legionnaires. I'm very close to finishing some Havocs. Vanguard, definitely, he's a brilliant. You give him the Veil of Darkness, and you can teleport a squad of Skullbait destroyers across the battlefield. Give him an invulnerable save, reroll on the charge, and teleport across the battlefield. Win-win. Yeah, so there'll be some episodes of the 81st Warhost coming up. 83rd Warhost, not 81st. Those bozos. The 83rd Warhost. Hello, Andy. We're coming up soon. I'm finishing this squad I'm doing at the moment of Legionnaires. Just about finished some squad of Havocs, so there'll be good stuff coming up. Yeah, very good point, Vanguard. There are there's been a preview of the next Codex, and Destroyer Cult are getting an Army of Renown. So that'd be quite interesting. Yes. And Tom is currently editing a couple of videos as well. So win-win. So a sneak preview of the 83rd. So I've finished a project I've done. I've now pretty much finished another one I'm working on. After that, we're doing some Forge World units. So going to be some cool stuff coming up for the 83rd. The word bearers. The bearer of the word. Mm-hmm. There's a drive. I can do a bit of my sister battle. Yeah, the new Cadian shock troops look absolutely amazing, Andy. And it will be expensive because card squads aren't expensive when it comes to points, but those models are going to be pricey. Just saying before, I might be getting some of the artillery stuff. I like the artillery; that looks quite cool. The field guns, at least. There you go, Andy. It's a bit cheeky after you gave him the money. Yeah. Well, I think what is quite feasible with Guard at the moment is that you can have those joint regiments, and so you can have a platoon of the new shock troops from KDL and then another platoon of your own, of your Black Templar conscript guys. Yeah, maybe each commander is named after the patron that donates some money to buy that particular part of the army. So if you want to go for the light infantry, Jack, and just PayPal me, I will get about 80 guardsmen. Yeah, Andy, absolutely. It will be gone before you know it. But don't worry, you can probably buy it on eBay. I'm sure some kind person will sell it with just a slight markup. So you can get 20 guardsmen. One sentinel. That's some artillery and a command element. Yeah, they'll be waiting. It's so painful sometimes to look at those armies. You're like, oh, that's quite cool, and then it doesn't work. The good thing about the new guard one is that they are all new sculpts, which is quite cool. And of course, you get the that's ridiculous. You get some nice female guardsmen as well, which I think is quite a nice little touch, actually, that they're kind of putting them in, and they're not making them completely unrealistic. Jack, I saw I saw something on Facebook when they basically got the base sizes of and they kind of compared them, and I believe the new Cadian are just slightly taller than the current guard range. So I don't think it'd be too outrageous, to be honest. You just say that basically one part of your army is from a particular planet where the gravity is high, and the other one's not. That's how it works. I think there's some good stuff coming out. Let's just have a quick little look at the Warhammer community page. I tell you what I quite like. So we talked very, very briefly on the kill team stuff. So you got Necrons and you got the Karskins, the Cadian Stormtroopers, and I'm going to get a box of that because that looks amazing. But I quite like the look of the Stormtroopers because they really remind me of the, or you can paint them up as the Marines from Aliens. Such cool models. New Core Lord looks epic. It does. Now, is it a named Lord or a generic Lord? I think I saw somewhere that it's a named Lord, so that'd be quite cool to get another special character. Because that'd be at least 3 in the Codex. Lorgar needs to come back. Yes, Tom, you're completely correct. He does need to come back. Word bearers need some representation. I might start a petition outside Games Workshop HQ. Come on. Come on, Tom. No need for that. I'm not sure I can't. You obviously played the Emperor's Champion our last game, the one we had on the stream. I can't remember what happened to him. Let's face it, if we get a Wordbearer character, it'll be Erebus. Yeah, it will be Erebus. No one likes Erebus. Not even Wordbearer players like Erebus. Yeah, Tom. Yeah, so guys, I don't know. Tom has finally started listening to First Heretic. So hopefully, Tom, you're enjoying it. What are you thinking of it so far? I know you weren't particularly enamoured by the narrator, but are you enjoying the story? Have you finished? Because I know you had a long road trip at the weekend. I don't know if maybe you just listened to it. Good bit about narrator. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Longer disc or something. The disc over which you had names and maybe. Oh, all right. Who knows then? Yeah, it is a very cool book. Highly recommend it. Trying to think which 40k novel I've just finished. Quick little look. Soul Hunter. So I just finished Soul Hunter, going back to the Night Lords, and absolutely loving it still. What other guard things to revealed? So here are the command squad, the artillery stuff, the sentinel, shock troopers, commissar. That commissar is a very nice sculpt as well, really, isn't it? I don't know if maybe you've seen that sculpt, but it's mighty fine. Do, 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 do. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I will. I will check that out. Wow, that looks really good, Andy. Oh, I do love that building. I'll add black take on onto that. There we go. I was thinking actually the other day when the rumours obviously that 10th edition are around the corner. Because what happens is they release every codex and then they release these campaign books. So obviously we know the one that's coming up at the moment. Arcs of Omen. Then they just basically launch it then in the next edition. It's that's what we expect. However, it would be quite nice if they just released some terrain or something. They didn't have to keep doing army campaign rule set, army campaign rule set. It'd be quite nice if they just stopped and went, look, we're not going to release any new models. We're going to do some terrain for a bit. You're all going to still buy models because you're all addicted to this stuff. So don't worry about it. But actually, what we're going to do is going to bring out some terrain, some gaming aids, or something, instead of just constantly more and more rules. Yeah, consolidating existing rules, maybe a brand new rule book with everything in it. Terrain comes out and kill team, but normally a lot of this terrain isn't always massive. I mean, some of it's quite cool, but it'd be quite nice if they actually had some big centerpieces to bring out. Yes, Vanguard. This campaign series sounds pretty cool so far. Yeah, I'm loving the idea of terrain stuff. I quite like it. Just want to, get my little troops into a space hulk and start tearing apart Templars. Cool little stuff like that. Do, 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 they didn't really have to work. It's a hard one, really, isn't it? I think I love what they're doing. They're trying this stuff out. I suppose in some ways, marginalising who they're selling to. So all these previous releases, especially like the Voltan stuff, most of the player base go, cool, actually, I'll consider doing that. But when you're looking at these Zone Mortalis stuff, I think maybe you're kind of going towards particular groups instead of everyone, because not everyone can then afford the box set to start it again. Not everyone's going to be interested in playing that style, because they could have a lot of, for instance, I don't think you take monsters and vehicles, etc., and obviously flyers, in that style of play. So some people might actually just not be interested in it. But I'm really glad they're trying something a bit different. Will it pay off? Maybe. Like I said before, Chaos Terminators. Give them the Black Rune. They gave one. But I think you can have some really nice games involving the Zone Mortalis stuff. I quite like the idea. I saw one of like a science research ship where they had like nids in little containers. I thought that was quite nice. So you can you can use it in all different ways, really. You can have some really nice narrative-based games, which I kind of look forward to trying. But I don't know how much you get in a box, because they've got the Kill Team one coming out, and then by the look of it, they've got a box coming out of just the terrain. So if you've got both of those together, you'll probably get 200 quid easily for all of that. And then have you got enough? Who knows? What are your thoughts, guys? Will you be getting a new terrain for Kill Team when it comes out? Fight on some spaceships? Do. Probably not. That's cool. I was having a look online earlier on, I think it's eBay. You can get the MDS stuff that lights up at the base. That's equally quite expensive, to be honest. If you put lights in there, you get X amount. If it's a 4x4, I think you're looking at about 260 quid. Yeah, that's what you're saying, Vanguard. Yeah, I don't think there'll be vehicles in it. I think that's quite a cool thing. I kind of hope you get Dreadnoughts, though. I think Dreadnoughts would be quite awesome, just stomping around on this spaceship, smashing doors open. Because you can hear them, you can read about it in novels, etc. So I think, that would be quite cool. Maybe not a Predator or a Land Raider, just rolling through a tank. Yeah, there you go, Andy. Best of both worlds. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Yeah. Just open up that bulkhead and just have a Baneblade just pointing towards you. Be like, no, close the bulkhead, close it. But you can come up with some cool missions. That's why I quite like the idea of it. You can have this like infiltrating squad that go through a ship, or a zombie game. Hordes of poxwalkers just slowly working their way and just getting you into the center of the ship. So if you haven't noticed yet, I put some lights in this cabinet, in these cabinets, and as I was taking the models out to drill some holes in there, unfortunately I had a few casualties, and I've actually got to do a bit of repair work. Because in the centre of this battlefield, I've probably repaired a few. My demons took a bit of a panic. No, his head came off as well. That's about 5 models. Mountain Miniatures said video about eons ago with an open battlefield that went into the bulkhead maze where objective was catching the maze, had a Leviathan dread in it. Yeah, and also kind of, for the channel as well, when we're doing an Apocalypse game, we've always talked about it, but having that second board going on with key objectives on it. So for our Apocalypse games generally, I think, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, we played on 8x6. What would be quite nice is to have some special ops missions going, or an artillery position, or a missile silo, or something like that, where you can actually have a smaller scale game with some individual models going on there, like just doing little covert ops. I think that would be quite nice. Maybe, let's say it's an Imperial force, and it's on the ship in orbit, and there's a lot of HQ, lots of important VIPs up there, and a Chaos or a Xenoforce has launched a strike on them, and their mission is purely assassination. I think stuff like that could be really good fun. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Maybe you do, maybe you do. I'm slowly dying, people. I apologise. Do. Should we talk about some TV or something? What's everyone been watching? Everyone been watching She-Hulk? Maybe. Who's been watching She-Hulk? Need some paper to do some dry brushing on. No She-Hulk. That's a shame. I'm trying to think what else I've been watching. Oh, Lord of the Rings. That's probably a bit more important than She-Hulk. And Andor, another good thing. Yep. Let's talk about Andor. No spoilers. But I'm really enjoying Andor. I think it's different to Mandalorian. So I'm not putting it in the same league as Mandalorian, so I'm making Mandalorian exempt from this. But I personally am enjoying Andor the most out of all the other Star Wars ones that have come out. I enjoyed Obi-Wan. It had some really good bits, but it just kind of fell apart on other elements, which is a bit of a shame. And Boba Fett was just not great, to be honest. It's, could have been better. Let's get a bit of dry brushing on these Legionnaires. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Yeah. That's pretty much what I like about it. It's not trying to be action in every episode. Ah, cool. How'd it go, Andy? How was so what armies did you play then? Death Guard and Blood Angels? Tau and Blood Angels. Very nice. And how did you do? Was it fun? Hopefully it was good fun. 1-1 was too quick, I don't know. That's a penny cheated like crazy. Oh, okay. Who was what armies were in the last opponent? Custodes and Black Legion. Oh, God. What a lovely mix. Custodes and Black Legion. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I know. I think I know the Custodes. And who did you win against? Please say it was Custodes and Black Legion. Please say that although they cheated, Karma won really, and you guys did well. Because there's a bit of a funny points, wasn't it? I think with the doubles tournament this time. Because myself and Dave, I don't think Dave's in the chat tonight. We went to the last doubles and we won that one. I think it was 1,000 points aside, so it's 2,000 points. And I think this time it was a bit of a funny points per player, wasn't it? $900 each, yeah. And it only included Morty as well, did it? Now, I think they lowered the points because just to speed games up, because some of those games are going on for a long time, and it's just really frustrating if you know your army, no one's perfect, you know how the game works. It's just yeah, it gets get frustrating. Cool day, just slightly tainted by the last guy. Play them, but we'll play them again. Continue. There you go. That's positive. I think you'll always, there's always that risk, Andy, of like, I don't know if it was intentional cheating. Sometimes it's just not knowing the rules well enough, or get confused by the rules. And I think, there's no defence, because if you're going to be entering a tournament, you kind of need to be knowing the rules. It does help a little bit. I know, for instance, Tom's very loose on the rules, but he plays a good game. I'm joking, Tom. I'm joking. Do 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 do. Does anyone else watch Lower Decks, the Star Trek series on Amazon? Oh no, Tom. No, it's good. I think Jack, it's got some pretty good bits in it. I think if you, sorry, throat is going. I have to go soon. I think if you are a Star Trek fan, you will definitely appreciate how it takes the mick out of itself, and there's a lot of good little jokes in there. But it's very easy watching. And none of the lights have fallen down. I'm quite impressed. Right, guys, I am going to make a move because my throat is killing me. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully next week we go back to normal viewing. Myself and Tom will probably have a stream game going. Hopefully, Tom. I have. Thank you very much, mate. I've got a couple of lists that I want to try out. So who knows what I'll be reading next time. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I am Dom, and this is just me, and I am Blacktail Studios. Thank you very much, and I will see you all again soon. Take care.